go. What's up? How you guys doing? It's East time. East region. No, not really, no. Yeah, it doesn't matter who wins that game. Obviously, the Boilermakers. Yeah, no one for either one of those teams. Don't care which one of them moves on. Neither one of them is going to stop Zach Edey. It is still going to depend on what the backcourt does for Purdue, but I'm sure their backcourt's better than either Texas Southern or Fairleigh Dickinson's. So yeah, obviously Purdue. Yep, yep. St. Peter's is not in it this year. Nope, no Cinderella run from Shaheen Holloway. They beat Tulane. They beat Houston. They did. They won the American tournament. Yeah, FAU won their conference tournament. Nobody else was able to come out of their conference, so they're the only ones. They're the only ones left. No, it's not special. But for FAU, this is really honestly tougher than I would think because FAU actually, just like Charleston, they had another phenomenal season. They were unbelievably good this year. Still feel like I'm incredibly loud, but they had an unbelievably good season. They were very, very good. Obviously, 31 and one for them as well. Or I'm sorry, yeah, 31 and three, 31 and three for FAU as well. They're a bit small. They only have two guys who they normally play who are taller than 6'4". But they still have been very good on the defensive on the defensive boards on getting defensive rebounds. As for the Tigers, they're a very good defensive team. They like to get in transition, turn defense into offense. And they're one of the best in the fast break. So, like I said, they're very good in transition. They're really a team that likes to get points on the inside as well. Um, if they can but the problem for Memphis is if somebody gets hot from three, they're in serious trouble, and they need to maintain defensive pressure. Um, I don't really know who the heck's gonna win this game. It's just fun for me to pick FAU because when the heck was the last time they ever did anything in an NCAA tournament? So I don't even care if it's really wrong. I'm gonna have like half of this bracket wrong anyway. So let's go pick FAU for fun. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so would I. I obviously absolutely love Oral Roberts. My brother does too. I'm really pulling for ORU. They're a fun team. They're a fun school. They're another one of the teams this year who had an incredible season, going 30-4. They're incredibly good. They also a lot of teams, a lot of the Power Five school or Power Six schools, it's the same thing. A lot of the big schools didn't want to play them. Nobody wanted them because no one wanted to deal with them, and so it would be so fun if they could beat Duke, if they could get the upset, and they could continue to prove others wrong. But who'd you pick? Was it ORU? Or did you pick? No, no, you picked Duke. Okay, I was not listening. I was looking at something. Sorry. Um, but I so badly want to take ORU, but I can't see it happening. I want to do it. I so badly want to do it. And there's a second bracket where I'm going to just goof off and do a bunch of stuff, and I'm certainly taking ORU there. But for my real bracket, yeah, I gotta go with Duke. They've really picked it up towards the end of the year this year, and they're actually looking fantastic towards the end of this season. They won the ACC tournament. They looked incredible in the ACC tournament. Uh, Duke might be the best team in this region, so give me the Blue Devils. Yeah, Louisiana first appearance for the Raging Cajuns in almost 10 years. The last appearance was 2014. But Louisiana, I think this is probably going to be a popular upset because of Tennessee missing Zakiya Ziegler. But yeah, I got the Raging Cajuns in the upset here. Tennessee, towards the end of the season, even when they did still have Zakiya Ziegler, was absolutely brutal offensively. They have been awful from the field. They really struggle to just make shots in general. And so without Zakiya Ziegler, who's one of their better offensive players, is going to have to be Santiago Vescovi or Vescovi, I think that's how it's said, who would have to come in and step in and take over for Tennessee. But they've lost 6 of their last 10 games. They've been 4-6 to end the year, which is not very good. I think this is an easy upset pick for a lot of people, and it'll be probably popular. But I'm still taking Louisiana. Oh yeah, very much so. Yeah, I'm also going the same way. Ed Cooley's a fantastic head coach, and I've never been big on Kentucky all season long. I've watched this team; they lack shooting. Their offense has to run through Oscar Tshiebwe. Providence is very good at rebounding the basketball. Um, they have issues with teams who can shoot from three, but everybody knows Kentucky can't shoot at all. So I think this is a perfect matchup for Providence. I think this is also going to be a very popular upset pick. But give me the Friars. I think this is a very low seed for Providence. I figured it'd at least be an 8 or 9. They end up only being 11, which is unreal to me. Um, but I got Providence getting the upset here against Kentucky. And I wrote that in wrong. Yeah, Kansas State really impressive season for the Wildcats. Really impressive what they've been able to do. Obviously led by Keontae Johnson, transfer from Florida. What a story that is. Once collapsed on the floor for the Gators. Now with Kansas State and looking like he did before he collapsed on the floor, which is really an awesome story. Jerome Ting, his first year at Kansas State, has been very impressive. They're led by the duo of Marquise Noel and Keontae Johnson. Really good duo there for K State. They get Montana State in a nice win here. Well, I'm sure you're not interested in taking either team because you're not a fan of either one of those squads. Yeah, you see, I don't mind USC. I'm fine with the Trojans, but this is going to be a very fun game. Michigan State, obviously, Tom Izzo's one of the best coaches there is in college basketball. He might be the best coach in college basketball. This is a really fun matchup. I think this is going to be one of the better games of the NCAA tournament for the first round. USC played pretty darn well in the Pac-12. They're a team that is top 50 in both defensive and offensive efficiency. And they're very good inside the 3-point arc when on defense. They do a great job down low, which could be a problem for Michigan State because they obviously live with a bunch of physical guys down low. But the guy to watch for Michigan State in this game is going to be Tyson Walker. If he keeps playing like he has towards the end of this year, USC is in trouble, and I can't see him winning this game because Tyson Walker has been on a stinking roll the end of this year. And if he continues that against USC, they have no chance. Tyson Walker has been lighting people up at the end of this year. And if he does that again, USC is going to have a problem. And so I got Sparty moving on. They're also in Columbus, which is a huge home field advantage because that's not far away from East Lansing. Well, I guess it is home turf. It is road turf anyway. It's Ohio State's court. You forgot Marquette, Vermont, but I think we're both taking Marquette anyway. So No, not even close. Like I said earlier, if you heard earlier, FAU only has two guys that they play normally who even are above 6'4". So yeah, they have nobody that's going to have any chance against Zach Edey. Purdue's going to wipe him off the floor. Just Zach Edey's going to Zach Edey, yeah, he's going to have like 50 points, 30 boards. It's going to be something stupid. So yeah, give me the Boilers. Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst idea in the world. Kyle Filipowski. Yeah, that should be it. Should be an easy game for the Duke Blue Devils. I think they obviously beat Louisiana, who got the upset over Tennessee. So I got the Blue Devils going to move on against Purdue, which yeah, that'll be an interesting matchup because Duke doesn't have just one guy who can match wits with Edey. They got a couple guys who can match wits with Zach Edey. So that'll be very interesting. Yeah, believe it or not, you actually picked my upset too, because I have Providence beating Kansas State. Um, the Wildcats have had a really darn good season, but yeah, I'm with you. I like this Providence team. Kansas State, like I said, they had a really darn good season, but this is a Wildcat team that turns the ball over a ton, and Providence is good defensively, and uh, like I said, they're one of the better teams they're one of the teams that struggle against 3-point shooting. But Kansas State is not necessarily a 3-point shooting team. They depend on Keontae Johnson and Marquise Noel to get them all the way. I think it's going to be close, but I got Providence in an upset here. They go to Sweet 16 as an 11. Yeah, Big East rematch, like you said, in the Sweet 16. That'd be a really fun game. Marquette this year has played two Big Ten teams. They played Purdue and lost by 5, and they lost to Wisconsin in overtime. A little after that. Neither one of those teams are really like Michigan State. Michigan State's a much different team than both of them. This is going to be an interesting game. Obviously, Marquette's got Tyler Kolek. Marquette's also one of the fastest teams on offense, but they try to make it very slow when they're on the defensive end. So Marquette is it prevents them from really getting into track meets, really getting into those high scoring affairs. So this should be a very fun game. I could see Marquette coming out with the win in this one, but I'm going crazy for a crazy bracket, and I'm taking Sparty in an upset. Yeah, Duke is. I'm going. Or we're like basically going the same way here because I have the Duke Blue Devils beating Duke as well, or I'm beating Purdue as well. No, I have Duke beating Duke. Yeah. But no, I got the Blue Devils as well over Purdue. Exactly like you said. Duke has got the length to to give Zach Edey some problems. I mean, Edey's a huge guy. I mean, it's insane to really when you look. It says on ESPN he's 7'4", 295, which is really hard to believe that he is that enormous. But Duke's got guys like Derek Lively, Kyle Filipowski. I think they got another big guy who they play a bit as well. They also got Ryan Young, who's a Northwestern transfer. He's a bit of a bigger guy. They have a ton of guys who can match wits with Zach Edey and at least bother him a little bit. Unlike some other teams who, as like Michigan State, I mean their guys are all physical, but all of them are like another 6-7 inches shorter than Zach Edey, so it's hard for them to really bother him at all. And when he played, I think the Wolverines, and he played Hunter Dickinson. He's been double figures all year long, but he had, I think, only 18 against the Wolverines, which is at least respectable against Zach Edey. So I got Duke in this one. They got multiple guys who can bother Edey, and so I got the Blue Devils in the upset. Yeah, that should be a very fun game. I think Providence is a decent team, but like I said, Tyson Walker's on the roll, and he has been unstinking real all towards the end of the season. So I got Sparty going to the Elite Eight for a Michigan State Duke game. Yeah, right. Well, they're not Michigan, so this is not the Wolverines. This is the other Michigan team. They actually know how to close games. They actually have somebody who knows how to do that. All right, and then for me, it's Duke and Sparty yet again. There's a lot of these matchups in the past few years. I'm sure they're both game. Well, I'm sure Michigan State's getting tired of it as they don't want to keep losing to the Blue Devils. But um, yeah, I'm taking Duke to beat Michigan State. Like I said, these Duke Blue Devils, I think they're figuring it out. I think Duke is they're starting to put it all together. They look really good in that ACC tournament. Obviously, with Jeremy Roach being the leader of the team, and then you got all the true freshmen like Tyrese Proctor, Kyle Filipowski. All the Derek Lively, and then you got Ryan Young as a transfer. And I think they also have Jacob Granderson, an Illinois transfer. They got all kinds of guys, and it's finally all coming together for Duke. I got them in the Final Four. Midwest, top right. Yeah. Peace out.